To start, we create an ASP.NET Core Web API project. This is a project that is used for exposing services on the network. Such services can be used by a website or a mobile application. We create this project using the default settings. We add a NuGet package with JWT implementation for authorization in the middleware layer. It helps us in verifying JWT tokens. This is a ready tool for generating and checking tokens. In the app settings.json configuration, we introduce a secret string secret, which will serve as the key to generate the token signature in the token generating part, and then allow us to check if the token is valid. In our case, the signature of the signature will be checked using the secret key, which we save on the server side. Only the holder of this key can issue the token and verify it later. In the program.cs file, we introduce a service for authentication using JWT. We configure the way of verifying the token and use the secret key from the configuration, which will help us verify the token. Additionally, we enable authentication below. When enabling authentication, it is important that it is done in the right place. We select the controller we want to verify with configured authentication and add an appropriate attribute to it, which enables authentication and authorization in .NET. The next step is to generate the token. Normally, this should be done by one of the methods in the API, which allows entering the user's login and password, and after logging in, returns the generated token, which is then used in the remaining methods. In our case, for testing purposes of the API, we will generate the token using the JWT.io website. We will use the secret key from our application. In this way, we obtain a JWT token that will work in our API. I use the Postman application, but any HTTP client can be used. We need to set the URL of our method and enter it into Postman, then we select the GET method and set the bearer authentication along with our token. If all steps are done correctly, we will connect to the API and see the content generated by our web application. In our case, it is a list of weather forecasts. From this moment, every call to the controller, which has received the appropriate attribute, will be processed by the middleware layer, which has been set up to check if a JWT token is attached and whether it is properly constructed and signed using the secret key. This allows us to create small secure information packets in JSON format, which are issued by the server, and we are guaranteed that they are data signed by our server. In this way, we can issue user authorization tokens, but such a token can also be used as, for example, a license key for our application. All information in the key is public, but our backend is always sure that it is the original key.